Alright, this should be a fun video, taking out this Desmosedici out for a ride. Bob is the one riding it, it's his new bike, and we're gonna go on a little ride. He's on the Desmo, we got Andrea on his Monster S4R, and I got my 916 over there. So wait until you hear this thing get started. This thing is absolutely insane. This particular one's got the full GP7 exhaust. You could see it from the bottom and from the top. Sounds absolutely insane. MotoGP bike from back in the day for the streets. Whoops. Let's get the bike started. We'll go on a quick ride, have some fun, make a nice little video. You don't see one of these often on the streets, let alone with the full carbon wheels, PSTs. It's got the, like I said, the GP7 exhaust. You got the paparazzi over there getting us. This is going to be a nice little video. Let's go! Shit, this thing is absolutely insane. I think I might gonna have to sell some bikes and be honest, get one of these. This one has been a lifetime long goal to get one of these Desmos. So seeing this one now next to me, this one is definitely 100% next on my list of bikes to get. This thing sounds absolutely insane too. He just got the full race exhaust on his Monster as well. Very, very nice collection of bikes here. Perfect day for a ride. Saturday morning, sunny California. A little ride on the beach. Doesn't get better than this. Check this out with the full exhaust on it. Very nice. And this thing, exhaust on the bottom, exhaust on the top. One of 1500. I love this livery. This is actually my favorite livery. The other one is full on red. Some people like that one. I kind of prefer this one because it matches the $11.99 and the $12.99. we're heading out to the usual spot back in Newport Crystal Cove. Get some coffee over there, look at the bikes, and chill. Obviously it's his first time riding it, good. So he's taking it easy on it. Keep in mind this thing has absolutely no electronics, so it's a whole different beast, almost 200 horsepower. You're pretty much responsible for everything. Traction control, okay, correction, it does have a very primitive traction control. I think it was one of the first bikes that Ducati put the traction control, but it's not as advanced as the current bikes, so that's the only thing that it has when it comes to electronics on it. Everything else is up to you, your throttle hand and your brake. Sound. This is, like I say, it's a MotoGP bike for the streets. That's what Ducati designed it back in mid 2000s. It's a 2008 bike after Casey Stoner won the MotoGP championship on the Ducati. They released the bike. Might have to wait for him. I don't know if he's comfortable splitting lanes on it yet. Let's see, we'll pull over somewhere and wait for him. Got a couple of Harley riders. Everybody's out today enjoying the day. We got the Ferrari dealerships getting some deliveries, looks like it. we just gotta figure out what bikes to sell to get one of these, because these are definitely starting to go up in price. You could probably still find them in the 60s, but it's becoming harder and harder, especially something like what he has with the full GP exhaust on it. That's another 10 to 15 grand option on top of it. He's got the carbon VS2 wheels on his bikes as well. So as you can see, it adds up quickly. I think the last couple ones I sold in the 80s and stuff like that. So they're definitely not cheap bike. One of the things that always scared me about getting one of these bikes was the maintenance history is extremely important when you're getting one of these bikes, because they were known to have some engine issues that was caused by the coolant that was the original coolant that was used when the bikes were new, was actually eating through the magnesium heads on the engine if the bike sat. So a couple of years after the bike was launched, obviously Ducati found out and did sort of like a recall to replace the coolant. But there are some cases where some bikes that are 0-mile bikes still, people bought them and just placed them in their warehouses or showrooms or whatever and never replaced the coolant, and if somebody buys it right now, the engines are pretty much toast. So it's super important to have a bike with history, and you know, one that all that stuff was replaced very early in the ownership. So it's actually almost better to buy a bike with miles, because at least you know, like, hey, this bike was actually serviced. You don't have to deal with that kind of stuff. There was also some other recall issues with the speedometer. Some of the speedometers were replaced because they were essentially going blank after some time, and some stuff with the valve springs and whatnot. But you know, if you find a bike that was essentially maintained good with all the cases, you shouldn't have any issues. But like I said, maintenance history is super important with these bikes. But man, what an absolutely animal this thing is. Absolutely love it. That's a very special monster too, because it's got the big engine in it, the S4R, and like I say, he just got the exhaust on his bike as well. Andre might be having a hard time splitting lanes because he's got the mirror sticking out of both of his sides. We'll see if he go for it. If not, not a big deal. We're absolutely not in a rush. We came out to enjoy the day, so whether we get there 5 minutes early or 5 minutes late, it makes no difference. Once we get past the slide, it opens up, so sure we can open the bikes up a little bit and hear that GP7 exhaust. That engine and that exhaust is absolutely insane on the bike. Keep in mind, that's almost a 20-year-old bike that looks like it was just designed or launched yesterday. I love what Ducati did with that absolutely insane bike. Oh yeah. forgot us. No! We're losing to a Vespa. That is so embarrassing. That's okay. At least it's still another Italian bike. Look at him go! Look at him go! Haha, that was hilarious. That is actually so funny. What these bikes are made for, the open road. You got PCH, ocean breeze, sun, soon to be coffee. Doesn't get better than this. Let's go. Can you see a black mono? That thing is like, I think I want to say about $500,000 or so. Absolutely insane of a car. See if we can find a nice spot. We'll get all three of them together. There we go. Oh, perfect timing. Would be the police. Holy smokes. Insane, insane. All right, let me log off the phone. We'll continue the video later.